I went shopping today. I didn't need groceries. I just needed some stuff for the house, toilet paper, paper towel, wipes, things of that nature. And I don't think I've ever seen as many open packages in a store than I've seen today. Like, looking at toilet paper packs, like 6, 8 packs, and seeing 2 rolls taken out. Toilet paper packs and seeing rolls taken out of that. I'm getting little fruit things and I'm seeing it open on the side and obviously pieces of the fruit being taken out. Like, it's really bad right now. And like, I knew it was bad, obviously. I pay attention to the economy, to the markets, to legislation, and just like the job market because I like to stay informed. But like, seeing it manifest in real time in ways that I didn't even consider it would show up, because it's the little things, man. It's the little things that you see that you just realize you haven't really seen before at this magnitude. And low-key has me taken aback. I'm not gonna lie. And this is speaking as someone who has been going grocery shopping since I was a kid with my mom. So like, I know what it's like to be in stores and see stuff on shelves. Like, I think I even noticed that there is an increase of locked sections for things in stores now. And it's like, ooh, yeah, theft prevention, whatever. But it's like, yo, nah, people really need this stuff. And they're taking what they need. And I understand it. But it's like, it's really that bad right now. People cannot afford the things that they need as they are packaged and priced. We talk about recession indicators as a joke. But like, nah, it's real. It's really real.
So tired of feeling helpless as a parent. Yes, my kids are grown adults. My oldest is 28, my youngest is 25. And I thought by teaching them what I learned, which is you work hard, you get a good job, you're going to get the things in life that you need, right? Worked for me, why wouldn't it work for them? Because it doesn't. Because the world has fucking changed, all right? And now I feel like I see them struggling. And before my generation comes at me, yes, I understand struggling is a part of life. We all struggled. But there's a difference between struggling and drowning, all right? So we struggled and it was tough. But you know what? We made it. We knew there was a light at the end of the tunnel with our struggle. It seems like kids today, no matter how much they struggle, they just get further and further down the water into the drowning point, all right? When I was their age, I was making less than $10 an hour, and I could afford to live on my own. Now you have to be making 6-figure salary to get a decent, tiny little place to live. So what the fuck is going on, and how do we help them as parents? I told my son, all you have to do is work hard, go to college, or join the military like I did. He went to college, got his degree, got a full-time job. He moved back in with me right when he graduated from college because he said, hey, Mom, as soon as I get a job, which was within 2 weeks of him getting out of college, maybe take me 2 months and I'll save up enough money for me to move out. Okay, cool. It's been 10 months. He has saved almost every dime and still can't afford to live. Why are 1-bedroom studio apartments almost $2,000 a month? Why? Like, I just don't get it.
Me either. A studio should never cost that. Remember when studios were like $500 a month, $500 to $600. Sometimes you could see them for $400. $400 was a good deal. They might have a move-in special. You get in for $400. $2,000 for a studio? In what world does that make any sense? I wouldn't even feel right charging nobody that much for a studio.
So I don't even think that there's even classes anymore. There used to be, upper class, middle class, lower class. It's literally turning into the ultra wealthy, and then everybody else is just poor. Like, that's what is happening. And then I told him, hey, when you turn 25, at least your car insurance will go down. Hell no, he turned 25 and his car insurance went up $150. I tell him, if you need health insurance, get a good job. He has health insurance. He has had a medical emergency this week. Had to go to emergency room twice. He had to go to the emergency room because he couldn't get anybody to see him with the health insurance that he had, right? So he had to go to an emergency room. Now he's out money for that too. It seems like you can never get ahead. And then my daughter, I told her all you have to do, because she wanted to buy her own house. My daughter worked 6 days a week, 12 hours a day to save up enough for this down payment. Finally got this house. She's paying double what I'm paying for my mortgage, but her loan was the same amount. And then her mortgage company, after she's already moved in, said, oh, by the way, we forgot to tell you that you need this type of coverage, which we forgot in the beginning. That's an extra $200 you've been paying a month. And all they see when they come home is they watch social media, kids their age on lavish vacations with all this money and nothing to do, all these social media influencers, because we value those types of things over hard workers. We will pay them $10,000, but you'll work 40 hours a week, you can't afford it.
See, this is the thing. These social media influencers don't work for anybody else. They work for themselves as an independent contractor. It's different. It's a different pay rate. There's no cap on it. You don't get paid hourly. You get paid off of the work that you do. You get paid off of sponsorships, brand deals. You get paid through opportunities, through exposure. It's just a different scale. We really can't compare. You shouldn't compare. If anything, you try to become that if that's something that you aspire to do. Or if you're feeling jealous of them, instead of feeling jealous, go ahead and try to be that. Try to be who they are in your own way, though. And also there were times where they made nothing and you made a weekly paycheck. Before they blew up, they probably didn't make anything. They had to spend more than they were making. They had to spend money to get started. They might have went months or years without getting paid.
Bro, I'm not gonna fucking make it in this fucking world because, like, tell me why I just went to fucking Kroger's and got groceries. I just got paid today. My last fucking paycheck. And I spent $73 fucking dollars on popcorn, crackers, Cheez-Its, milk, ranch dressing, tomatoes. Just basic shit, man. Like, a box of fucking Cheez-Its and a box of fucking crackers was $5 a fucking piece. The ranch dressing was fucking $5. The tomatoes were $4. Like, the milk is $7 a gallon and my kid drinks 3 gallons a week. That's $20 fucking dollars. Like,
Oh no, your kid drinking 3 gallons of milk per week? He must be 7 feet tall, 380 pounds. How do you even consume that much milk in a week? Boy, I'll be putting him to work. You're going to find a way to fund that. Those gallons of milk, you're going to have to pay for them. I got you on everything else, but that milk, yeah, you better find you a little hustle or something. I got 1 gallon. You pay for the other ones.
what the fuck did I barely get any goddamn food and it's $73 fucking dollars? Like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Thought I'd do some grocery shopping. I'm at Wegner's, and my wife wants some vegetables for crudité, right? So here's a broccoli. That's $2. Not a ton of broccoli there. There's some asparagus. That's $4. Yep. And carrots. That's $4 more. That's $10 of vegetables there. And then we need some guacamole. That's $4 more. And she loves salsa. Yeah, there's salsa there. $6. Must be a shortage of salsa. Guys, that's $20 for crudité, and this doesn't include the tequila. I mean, that's outrageous.
This Dr. Oz right there. You know it's bad when this TV personalities are complaining. Look at them adding everything up. They ain't no different than us. They feeling it too. $20 for that? You know what? These prices are high. Seeing them through a screen, it's a little different than when you go in the store. When you in the store, you like, yeah, it's high, but I need it. Seeing it through a screen, you actually get to think about it like, man, groceries are high. In the store, you notice it, but you got to get it, right?
That's outrageous.
The majority of Floridians say the state is no longer affordable. The poll was conducted by Florida Atlantic University. The poll showed that 80% of Floridians are concerned with housing and 90% say that inflation is an everyday concern. Nearly 50% of Florida's population thinks about leaving. Wow. Here's my surprise face.
90%, what was it, 90% of them think about the cost of living daily. They're stressed out daily, just waking up stressed every single day, worried about the prices, if they'll be able to afford them. Half of the residents there are thinking about leaving. Florida going to be a ghost town in a minute. There's going to be nobody left. Nobody going to be living in Florida except for those that are in Miami paying $10,000 a month. You know, they live in a different world. The ultra rich, they'll be there. But normal, everyday working Americans won't be able to afford Florida in a minute.